fear of anxiety. If you don't know, I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. Let's go ahead and get it. The first thing you have to have, my mindset is growth. Okay. Anxiety is real. I almost drowned when I was little. I have anxiety over the water. I have a 68 Camaro. I drag race. I almost hit the wall several years ago. I have not been in the car since. Anxieties are real. Arachnophobia, that is a phobia of spiders. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about some of the things that you can do as a teen, as an adult, to try to get yourself on the road. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is choices. Number one, making every decision carefully. When you are deciding to learn how to drive, it is a very personal decision. We are recently out of COVID. COVID, you're welcome. COVID has taken a year and a half, or 2 years to take the wheel and create a lot of anxiety because we were locked down. We would not want to be people. You will get your license. I am so happy for you. When you set a goal, you want to think about it carefully. You want to take it step by step. And you have to plan for this goal. It takes, number two, thinking everything thoroughly and responsibly. Can I afford driver's ed? Do I really want to invest my time and energy into this process? Because it takes about 30 days, right? If you're over 18, in most states in the United States, you can get a TIP, a temporary instruction permit. You pay $21, $25. You take a knowledge test. You pass the knowledge test. You can drive with someone over 21. You learn how to parallel park. You learn how to merge an expressway. You learn how to make right and left turns. Once you learn these things, then you will be confident enough to go take your road test. Road test you anywhere from $75, $85, $95, $110. It varies state to state, location to location. It is regulated by the state. They are third-party testers. Some public schools still do adult driver's ed. You have to check. You have to do research. Let's talk about number three. Number three is exercising your freedom to choose. What driving school is best for you? Should I practice with mom and dad? Do mom and dad really have the patience, or are they going to scream at me, slow down, girl, what are you doing, right? So thank you. You got to work on your signs, your signals. That takes practice. But if you don't get enough practice, you see these signs, a stop sign, yield sign, wrong way, lane in and merge to the right. If you don't see these signs, you're not used to them. And then your mom or dad or caregiver, stop, what are you doing? They'll be screaming at you. You do not need that. You need a caring, loving person who's going to give you the energy and passion to really help you. And that's where that love and energy comes in at, right? That love and energy, that passion. My arm is a lot better. I do have physical therapy. I go see the doctor on Monday. Pray for me, right? It is getting better. It's really important, like my injury. If I felt like, hey, I keep my sling on, my shoulder will lock up, then you got to seek help. And if you need help, ask for help. I don't know everything, and I'm not going to pretend to. I am a driver's ed instructor. I am a middle school, high school teacher. I am enthusiastic about driver's education, cars. So I speak on what I know. I don't speak on things I don't know. I don't know about alligators. I don't know about crocodiles, but I know about driver's education. Next, number four, deciding what is right for you and doing it. Get enrolled in that driver's education program. You have to do your research. Go visit these driver's ed schools. Are they new? Are they old? Is it from the 2000s? Is it from the 90s? Is it from the 80s? They had to invest in the driver's ed cars. If the driver's ed cars look really old and beat up, it's not necessarily a reflection on the company. A lot of people do those things to, maybe they put the money into the curriculum in the classroom. Maybe the owner is not reinvesting back into the company. If and when I have my driver's ed company, I will take my time to invest in good cars, good curriculum, the most latest curriculum. I want to have people come in and speak either via Zoom or in person to my students. I want to have the police come in and talk to my students. mechanic shops, auto repair shops, because there's so much more, and you got to have a support system. Next, let's go back to mindset. My mind is set for growth. You've got to push yourself. You have to get better. You've got to learn. I do Kahoots, I do Quizlets. You want to have pre-test, post-test. That'll give you feedback. You want to maybe have your instructor show you how to parallel park, show you how to merge an expressway. Good instructors are kind, loving. They don't scream. You're not getting it. You know, take your time. And you, yes, I will help you any way I can. You know this. Fix growth. You want to get better. I want to get better every day. And if you know I want to get better, you're going to take the time to support a content creator. I'm going to try to bring you new content. I have something very exciting coming next week to really give you a first, second, and third person view of driving. I want to talk to you about some of the things. We will get some Quizlets. I will look at it and send some links out. I will post some, and then you can do some practice. That is really important. You do have to practice. So number one, we're talking about things that can commonly cause you to have anxiety and failure tests. Number one, exceeding the speed limit. If your mom or dad drive really fast, you're probably going to drive fast, or you might be the opposite. The number one reason why people fail is because excessive speed. They're going too fast. You got to go at the flow. Okay, if the speed limit is 55, you got to go at least 50. If the speed limit is 70, you got to go at least 65 or 68. So you can fail for going over the limit, and you can fail for going too slow because you're creating hazard. Number two, failing to show caution in uncontrolled intersections. This is where a lot of people fail. You have to stop and look left and right. There's 4 points at an intersection. If you have a stop sign facing you, you have to stop. You have to look left, right, left. Your DMV tester, road tester, or driving teacher should be pointing this out to you. Next, rolling stops. A lot of people roll stops in neighborhoods. Neighborhoods are the most dangerous place. So you as a driver have to be careful, have to recognize where you are. And if your mom and dad or caregiver or boyfriend or girlfriend are not taking you out, then you won't know. And then you're going to roll the stop, and that's automatic failure. And we don't want that to happen to you. So I have the knowledge and resources. When you look at my content, visualize yourself in there with me instructing you. You'll see people cut us off, do rolling stops, road rage, because this is real life. And I try to show you that. Next, climbing the curb. If your car goes on the curb, automatic failure. You're making a right turn, you cut it too short, you go over the curb, automatic failure. Next, failing to yield for pedestrians. People have headphones in, they can't hear you. You always have to yield. There's a lot of anxiety about the actual test, okay? When you take the time to look at my content, I'm going to teach you how to drive with confidence, how to drive with consistency, and number one, you have to make every decision carefully. When I drive in the car, when I illustrate, I make those decisions carefully. If a light changes, and I'm too close to stop, you have to proceed with caution. On your road test, you got to be very careful. Okay, some instructors will fail you instantly if you blow a yellow, but you never want to slam on the brakes. Number two, thinking everything through responsibly. Am I ready for the road test? Do I need more practice? Can I drive around the neighborhood, making stops, making right turns, making left turns? These are some things you should be asking yourself. Okay, if you can't do that, then you need to practice more. You need to be looking at more of my content. And if this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. Number three, exercising your freedom to choose. Choose the best school. If your mom and dad had time, you might have to hire an instructor. Hey, I have $75. Can you train me? Can we set up a time? Most instructors are very busy. Talk to them, tell them what you need. Hey, how are you? Tell them what you need. We're talking about overcoming anxiety and getting ready to drive. We're talking about how you can perhaps get a good instructor to pay for 3 or 4 lessons to prepare you for your road test, right? How do you merge on the expressway? You have to choose what you need to help you. If you need help in certain things, learning how to drive, learning how to merge on an expressway, learning how to fix a flat tire, you have to have someone help you. And I understand, hey, I don't have anyone to help me. I understand that. Exercising your freedom to choose. Choose a good driver's ed company. Talk to your instructors. Instructors really do care about people, and they really want to help people. And what I've learned, don't There's never enough time in the day. You always have to drive and help people. Next, deciding what is right and doing it. Get that license, get that permit. The longer you wait, the more busier you're going to be, right? You are trying to get a job this summer. You want to get a car. You saved up money. You want to help your mom and dad, they're getting older. You want to help your little brother and sister. So when you help people, you give, when you give, you receive, right? So you have to make those choices to get better. Okay, and that's what driver's ed is about, making choices to find a good driving school, making choices to find a good instructor who fits. You don't want one who's going to scream at you. You don't want one who's not going to talk to you and educate you. You want someone in the middle who's going to really help you and help you succeed, because that's what it's all about, helping you succeed, helping you reach your goal. So making every decision carefully, go around to different driving schools, have a friend take you over there, walk in, look around, talk to the instructors, talk to owner. Number two, thinking everything through responsibly. How much are lessons? Can I make a payment plan? Can I put down $100? Can I lock in the instructor that I like? Do they have time for me? Is it during the day? Is it afternoon? Is it evening? Number three, exercising your freedom to choose. Choose what's best for you. Look at good driving content. There's a lot on the internet. Hopefully, you're looking at mine, right? Ask questions. I try to be very active. When you ask a question, I respond. I put things in. How will I get in the Quizlets? Okay, I will post a link. So I have a segment 2 test tonight. I will post a link on my community page for 24 hours. And then tomorrow evening, I will review it. I'll go live and review it. So that's how I will do it, because I'm about helping the community. If you take time to support me and look at my content and subscribe, and you better be subscribing, and you have to watch the content, okay? Because I look at the analytics every day, because I want to make sure I'm bringing you good value and I'm teaching. You want Quizlets on there? I'll put them on there, and I'll set a time limit. We'll go over them, and that's fun. So you can see me teaching, see me going over that. And then deciding what is right and doing it. Get locked in to a good driver's education program, one that's going to show you love and caring, and talk to the instructors, okay? So I want to say I love you guys. Thank you. If this brought you value, give it a thumbs up. Bye.